Good soil doesn't just happen. It takes years of adding organic matter in the form of compost and animal manures to make your soil friable, well-drained, yet hold on to good amounts of moisture and nutrient. So, if you're starting from scratch, or if you just want to spruce up your existing soil, then I've got the recipe for veggie soil success. Here's a virgin patch of dirt like you might have at your place. And I'm going to start by marking out the dimensions of the bed. 1 metre by 2 metres. Turn your soil over to the depth of your shovel. That's around 30 centimetres, which is about as deep as veggie roots go. If you've got a heavy soil, you might want to go deeper, just to improve your drainage. Now, it's a little bit harder than I'd hoped, so I've had to get the pick out, but it's important that you remove any rocks and any roots. I recommend you add lime to the soil a couple of weeks before you dig. I wish I'd done it here. The calcium in the soil helps to soften up the ground. Now I'm just going to add about 5 good handfuls of gypsum to the soil, which will add calcium and also help to improve the soil structure. Half a bucket load of charcoal will help to retain nutrients and make them more available to plants. Next, I'm going to improve the soil with organic matter, loads of it. And here's my recipe. I'm starting with 2 25-litre bags of well-rotted cow manure and the same of chicken manure. Next, I'm adding a whole barrow load of beautiful compost made here at the patch. If you don't have access to homemade compost, then mushroom compost is a good, cheap, effective alternative. As you get into gardening, you'll start thinking compost is gold. That's because it is, and you'll begin composting everything you can. A few handfuls of blood and bone just add a bit of nutrient. And lastly, a couple of handfuls of worm castings will promote microbial activity within your soil. And now to mix all that goodness together. And I'm just levelling it off to make it look like a proper veggie bed. That soil is as dry as dust at the moment, so I'm going to give it a good water. I'm just using the fork to help the water penetrate deeper. Normally I'd let this settle for about 2 weeks, just so all the components can gel together. But because I know that the manure is well composted, it's okay to plant in it straight away. Also, I'm planting greedy crops like the kohlrabi and the perpetual spinach. All up, this has cost about $50, but you can cut that almost in half if you make your own compost and pick up cheap manure off the side of the road. This is only the beginning. Creating good soil is a long-term process. You need to continually add organic matter, put in green manure crops, and practice crop rotation. And lastly, I've got to water it all in. So always remember, the quality of your vegetables is a direct reflection of the quality of your soil. A little bit of work now will pay dividends later.